So we're finally here down in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. Slammedenuff is officially over Saturday and Sunday. It was an absolute blast, had a good time. And we were able to take home best Euro in the old 430, which was pretty cool. But there was a lot of chaos that kind of ensued leading up to getting the car actually even here. Starting off with the fact that we didn't even have all of the parts and pieces we needed until Monday at about 1 o'clock. And that was actually when the interior came in, all 30 some pieces of it. So Paradise Stitch Co. actually helped us out a ton. Andrew was absolutely fantastic. We ended up getting the pieces done in less than 10 days for the interior, which meant Monday night, we had to get everything done to get the car into a condition that allowed us to test drive it on Tuesday. And then Tuesday, it had to get loaded up into the trailer for Wednesday morning for us to leave. So Monday, we got there around 3:30, tear open into the interior, checked out all of the parts, and for the most part, everything was absolutely fantastic. We were only missing a couple pieces here and there, like a banana door handle and a couple other things, but for the most part, it went really, really well. And we had all the stuff we needed to finish up the interior, and we had to go back into town. Now, the unfortunate thing is, you know, Banker claimed that the carpet not turning black wasn't his fault, but I'm not entirely sure how I feel about that one, but we did get it painted, but it's definitely not at the quality that we wanted it to be. We did get it done in time, barely. We were still drying off pieces in the back of the parking lot to try and get everything done. First thing that we did is we put the wheels and tires back on. We had the new wheels that were gonna be debuting at SEMA, but only 2 of them showed up. We didn't have all 4, which was kind of a big problem. So we had to throw the old wheels back on. We did that, everything was great. Checked out the suspension, retuned the suspension. We didn't have the AccuAir new system in for SEMA yet, so we threw the old system back in, reran the lines, retucked everything in the engine bay, and retucked everything in the frunk. That was good, and then we had to get into the interior, and that's where things started to get, oh God. You never have to worry about taking things apart, because it's like my dad always said, if you tear something apart and you put it back together so many times, eventually you're gonna have enough pieces left over to make a whole nother thing. And that's kind of how it felt, because there were some mismatched pieces in terms of hardware to put this car back together. And Banker tried his best to label everything, but at the end of the day, still confusing, even when you label everything. So we started to put everything back together, and while we were putting everything back together, we were also tearing things apart at the same time because we kept assembling the wrong pieces in the wrong order, over and over and over and over again, until finally we got the top part of all of the interior done. We got that done at right around 10 o'clock-ish. Then we had to put the door cards together. Door cards were not the easiest because we had left one of the windows open, or left one of the windows up, which means we couldn't hang the door, which means we needed to reconnect the battery, which means then we could take down the window, then we put everything back in, and then we were missing bolts. And then the bolts that we found, they weren't matching on the other side, so now we have to go through a whole new hardware order to make sure that we have the right hardware on each side of the door. That took a couple hours. And then, of course, we got to the center console. And the center console looks absolutely awesome, but the actual new carbon fiber assembly is slightly different from the OEM assembly, so not everything fits tit for tat. I don't even know if that's the right terminology to use, but it didn't really fit, and we have to make it fit. We're gonna make it fit, and it's gonna be awesome. Once we got that done, we were almost there. It was about midnight. That was great. We got the seats in, also solid. And then we had to tidy up a couple pieces here and there. That took about an hour and a half. And then finally on Monday night, the car was assembled and on the ground, rolling. I woke up at 6 o'clock, went right back at it with Banker. Tuesday. Was it Tuesday or Monday? Am I confusing my days? This was all Tuesday. Monday, we didn't have anything. This was 24 hours before we even left. Wednesday morning, we woke up at 6, got everything put back together, had a little team powwow, got the car washed, got the car detailed because it still had a little adhesive from the road rally stickers that were on it, and took it around town. It did okay, did well, and then loaded up onto a gooseneck trailer, and on 5 hours of sleep and way too much Mountain Dew, we had it on the road. And I also brought my other car because I knew something was gonna happen with this one, and I wanted to enjoy these beautiful, beautiful mountains. Because in Wisconsin, we have a hill, literally a single hill. I think the rest don't even qualify as hills because it's so flat that it doesn't matter. So, got on the road, 1 o'clock, barely by the seat of our pants, started driving. Everything was great. Stopped in some random ass town outside of Indianapolis to sleep for like 3 hours. We were running on like a total of 7 hours of sleep over the course of the 48, 72 hours. Got here, got the car unloaded, and as we got the car unloaded, started driving it, everything was fine. It was incredible to feel the difference in the interior material and how much sound deadening it now has compared to the old interior. But one of the things that we didn't count for is we didn't double check our cooling systems because it never actually needed to get up to temp in Wisconsin versus over here, it's like 88 degrees. So once it actually got up to temp, one of our driver's side radiators and our fans stopped working, which meant that it was going to overheat, and it almost did multiple times, which was great. Everything's fine. Thursday was awesome because we had to come up this entire mountain. I hope we have video of this mountain because it's a steep son of a bitch, and it's not easy to get up here. And the roads in Gatlinburg, like these access roads, are terrible. And we didn't know it was gonna be this bad. We knew it was gonna be bad. We just didn't know how bad. So then I thought, well, why not drive the 430 up here, because it should be up here because it can't stay on the trailer. And we had to drive it up this hill, overheating, completely aired up, on roads that are actually narrower than the car. There was times where I was just driving in the grassy hillside. Got it all the way up this hill, parked it, and left it alone. It looks really good though. You know, good from far, but far from good. But it made it. Allergies. Oh, Claritin D, help me. Flonase. Anyway, outside of that, it was actually really good. It did fine. The car really came together very nicely. We got the car into the show Saturday morning, cleaned it all up, had a really good time. The event itself was incredible. I mean, we love Slammedenuff Gatlinburg. We love going to it. The people, the energy, the community, all the incredible people that you meet, that you see on the internet, that you see on their own YouTube channels, and seeing them in person and talking to them is a really fun time. And I really enjoyed connecting with so many people. We had some meet and greets. We got to meet so many people, so many friends and fans, and got to say hi and slap wheels and take pictures of some incredibly clean cars that were out there. And then got to do the same thing on Sunday again with a whole new bout of cars, which was really fun. Being able to take home the best Euro trophy was kind of cool, and having the whole team there for that. I mean, it is kind of neat, and I try not to focus on that sort of stuff, but it is kind of cool to get that and to celebrate that with the team in a huge cabin on the top of a mountainside in Tennessee is a lot of fun. Now, of course, I put tremendous amounts of pressure on Banker and Paradis Stitch Co. and our wheel provider, which is us, and our tire Michelin partner, which is, you know, them. And we still got a lot more to do. So while it was great that we made it here, it was great that we were able to have fun. The car performed wonderfully in these hills as long as it stayed cool, which I drove it last night when it was kind of wet out, and it was awesome to do. It's time to tear it all back apart. Now we got to tear everything back apart once we get into town on Wednesday. We got to get new carpet because the carpet's kind of funky. We're redoing the front setup. We've got the wheels in, we've got the new tires in. We're going to be going through and fine-tuning the fitment for it for SEMA. And then all from there, it's the small pieces. We're gonna be going through the hardware of the splitter, the engine bay, the interior, everything in between, even the seat belts. We're gonna be doing some stuff with that. It's just really fine tune the smaller details of the car, get it ready for SEMA, get it cool for SEMA, and then of course, once it's all said and done, maybe drive it. I have been up here for 5 days in the mountains, and let me tell you what, it does a number on a boy's brain. But don't forget wheels, tires, and suspension, fitmentindustries.com. Okay, goodbye.